I'm going to take you through Shape of My Heart by Sting. I'm going to show you the whole song in this video, step by step. I'll put some tabs on the screen as we need. Okay, let's get right into it, okay? Everybody put your pinky on the 2nd string, 10th fret, okay? Now, reach all the way back for your 3rd string, 6th fret. That's a bit of a stretcher, but you can do it. Okay, now with your 3rd finger, reach for the 9th fret of your 5th string, okay? So this is what we're holding. Now, in the beginning of the song, you're holding that chord, and this is how you pluck. Okay, let's pluck our 2nd string, our 5th string, 3rd string, and 2nd string. Okay, and here's the rhythm that you want to get. Okay, think of it like that. Okay. Okay, that's the first chord. Little tab there for you. You can take a look at. Okay, the 2nd chord looks like this. A little easier. Keep your 1st finger on the 3rd string, right where it was on the 6th fret. Reach your middle finger for the 7th fret of the 5th string. And now on your 2nd string, reach for the 9th fret. Okay, so this is what we look like right now. Do the same thing, except this time let's start with the bass. So we're going to go like this. 5, 2, 5, 3, 2. Okay, 5, 2, 5, 3, 2. Okay, now let's slide that same formation down 2 frets. And let's do the same thing. 5, 2, 5, 3, 2. Okay, so those 3 chords kind of sound like this. Starting on the 2nd string on the first time, that's the only difference. Okay, now the next thing he does, I've watched Dominic Miller play this a few times, and he has a really interesting voicings of some of these chords. Let's bar the 4th fret. Okay, we're going to play sort of a C#7 sort of chord coming up here is what it's called. So we're going to bar there, okay? Now, what I like to do in this spot, put your pinky out on the 2nd string, 7th fret. I've seen him do it. He does something kind of, he's using his pinky in his middle for something. But what I play here is I go like this. I play the bass note is 5, and then I play 2 and 3 together, and then I play the bass note again, and then I resolve the chord down to the 6th fret on the 2nd string. So kind of like that. I don't know, he might do, there are variations of that you might see other people play, or you can argue with me in the comments, but it's something to that effect, okay? So if we put all that together, I'll do it slowly. If you want to play with me, I'll play it real slow. So I'll go like this. Ready, go, and... Okay, cool. So that's the first part. Okay, now the second part of this little intro verse riff is exactly the same thing with one exception. He makes it a little easier the second time. The first chord is the same pinky as on the 10th fret of 2, but instead of having to reach all the way back for 6, he brings it up to 7, okay? And then this one again is on 9 on the 5th string, okay? So it's a little easier. The first pass is like this. The second pass is like this, which is a little easier for us, okay? So the second pass is everything else the same. Almost missed there, but that's okay. All right. Okay, so you want to play that together? Let's try it. Okay, ready? Ready, go. All right, now let's keep going here. Now what follows is the famous chord from Shape of My Heart. This chord hurts my feelings. It's going to hurt your feelings too, but I'm going to give you something so easy to play that sounds absolutely perfect, okay? Now, what Dominic Miller does at this point, he goes like this. Put your middle finger on the 5th string 5th fret. Put your first finger on the 3rd string 4th fret. I'll put a little tab right here. Okay, now put your ring finger, your 3rd finger, on the 1st string 5th fret. Okay, now what Dominic Miller does, well, I guess when he wrote this seemed like a good idea. He reaches his pinky all the way out for the 2nd string 7th fret. Okay, this is a monstrosity, and he does some, I'll probably screw it up, but watch this. Oh, that wasn't bad. It was better than I usually hit it. Okay, that's what he really does, but this is so unnecessary. Sometimes guitarists write things and they don't realize them, and maybe there's some, another way to do it, and because that's just how he's comfortable playing. He looks super comfortable holding that chord. That chord makes me want to cry. It makes everyone want to cry. Okay, now I'm going to put a little tab here for you and watch this. Here's my version of that. Isn't that much better? It's the same notes and it sounds just as good. It resonates, it rings out, okay? So there's the tab of it. Okay, watch this. Put your first finger on the 2nd fret of 1 and pick the following strings. 4, 2, 1, 2, and then your pinky on the 5th fret of 1, back to the 2nd fret, and then hit the 2nd string. Okay, so that was 4, 2, 1, 2, 1, back to the 2nd fret, 1, 2. I think it sounds just as good, but if you're a purist, and I don't want purist guitarists hating me in the comments, yes, it's actually this. Okay, there's no reason to do that. Just do this. It sounds exactly the same. Okay, next part has a similar argument, okay? He does this thing, which is cool, actually kind of cool. Put your 3rd finger all the way on the 6th string 5th fret. Now, put your pinky on the 2nd string 5th fret. Okay, both 5th frets there, 6 and 2. Reach all the way back here for the 3rd string 2nd fret. Okay, now, what Dominic Miller does, you see him do this, is he plays the 2nd, the 3rd, and the 6th strings together, pop it together. Classical, this is a classical piece, guys. Play classical fingers. And then he does with his middle finger, 2nd finger, he does a hammer onto the 4th fret of 3. That wasn't too good. And then lets go, and then hits the chord again. So, okay. Now, that's what he does. Now, of course, this note on the 6th string is also your open 5. So just do it this way. Who cares? Here's a tab of it. Okay, I'm putting both tabs. If you're a purist, yes, I'm trying to respect Dominic Miller because he's so amazing. But this is just more logical. So in this situation, go ahead and just hit 5, 3, and 2, and then hammer down onto the 4th fret again, just like he does. I like to use my ring finger. If you want your middle finger, go for it. And then let go. Okay, so that monster part looks like this. If you're Dominic Miller or a purist guitarist, the chord is so hard for me, guys. This is a big classical neck that I have here. It's hard. So the part looks like this. Miss that note, and then he goes. Okay, this is my version. I even missed that. Choose however you want to go with that part. Okay, in the next part, just a little bit more to go here on the verses in the intro. Now, come up here to this chord, which is, we'll call it a C sharp. It's not really a C sharp 7 because it's not a bar chord. Okay, I'll tab it right here. Just put your first finger on the 5th string 4th fret. Put your 4th string 6th fret with your 3rd finger, a little power chord there, and then put your pinky on the 2nd string 6th fret. Okay, so you're holding this kind of shape. It's not a bar yet. We're going to bar it in the next part here. But okay, and all I do there myself, and I think it's pretty faithful what he does. He kind of just hits the bass note, and then those two notes, the second and the fourth string, just go. That's really all that happens right there, right? Now, after that, just scoot that up 1 fret, really. Just scoot that up. Now, this time we are going to bar because there's a little melody that he plays, at least in the intro. He doesn't always do it. In the intro, he does it. Okay, now we're barring, okay? Same shape here. This is a D7 chord. Okay, go ahead and play those same strings, but all together, 2, 4, and 5, okay? Pluck. Okay, now lift your pinky off and play the second string again in the bar. That's your 5th fret. And then put your pinky on the 7th fret of 3 and play that note. That's a D, okay? So it goes F sharp, E, D is what we're going for. So first strike the 3 notes of the chord, pinky off, 2nd string, 3rd string, 7th fret. Okay, so that's kind of what he does right there. All right, last couple chords here of the intro is this. Okay, this is a really nice chord. Put your middle finger on the 2nd finger on the 6th string, 4th fret. Put your next finger on the 4th string, 4th fret, and then go ahead and put your pinky on the 3rd string, 4th fret. So we have a bunch of 4th frets here, 6, 4, and 3. Okay, now go ahead and do a bar. You don't need the whole bar. Just, I don't know, just maybe 4 strings is good. You only need the 3rd. You only really need 3, but that's hard. Just go for 4 strings. Okay, now here in the intro, strike this for me. Hit 3, 4, and 6 together. Okay, lift your pinky off. Hit that 3rd string in the bar, 2nd fret. Okay, so he just does that. Kind of tricky, but not too bad. Okay, and then the last chord of the intro is a big nice. We've been aiming at this chord for the last 10 minutes. F sharp minor resolves very nicely to an F sharp minor chord, bar 2, and then 4th fret of 5, 4th fret of 4, and just give it a strum with your thumb. Okay, so that's it. I'll back up a little bit here. So let me start at the ridiculous part. I'll do it faithfully to Dominic, although I have trouble holding the chord, so you'll see me sort of moving these fingers, but I'll do it faithfully to what he plays. Let's see if I don't mess it up, but it sounds like this. Sorry. Okay, so did it kind of slowly there. Okay, so that wraps up the intro. Okay, now what I'll say is during the song, when he hits the chorus of the song and he's saying "Shape of My Heart," just a couple of variations. It's all the same. Everything is the same in there, except when he gets to this part that we just learned. After this shape, the C sharp, where he says that's not the shape of my heart, he doesn't do that melody. Or sorry. He doesn't really do that. He actually strums those chords, right? And so what I like to do is just hold a D chord in those moments, okay? Bar 5 and then 7th frets of 2, 3, and 4. And he just goes, that's not the, and then he does come down to this chord, shape of, and then the F sharp minor, my heart. So I kind of listen to that song. So he goes, that's not the shape of my heart. Okay. So when you hear that strumming in the song, think of it as being the same thing we just did, but strum those chords instead of doing the finger picking. That's kind of what's happening there. let's talk about the bridge now. Bridge is really beautiful. The song is kind of generally in F sharp minor is kind of where the intro and the verses are heading. And then during the bridge, he makes a modulation, and it's kind of centered around the key of C sharp minor. The shapes are very similar, though. Let's get right into it. Okay, on your sixth string, hold your ninth fret. Okay, now reach all the way back for your sixth fret of 4. No way around it. You just got to reach for it, unfortunately. Okay, and now put your pinky on the ninth fret of the third string. Okay, that might look familiar. It's just kind of the intro again, but it's up by a string, right? Or down by a string in pitch. Okay, we're going to start the same way. We're going to pick, I'll put a tab right there for you. So we're going to pick 3, 6, 4, 3. Okay, so we just moved by one string. So we're going 3, 6, 4, 3. Okay, let's move it down. Let's hold this chord here, a little different than the intro. Sixth string becomes 7th fret, still on the 6th fret of 4, and the pinky is now on 8 of the 3rd string. Start with the bass note this time as we did before. Okay, that was 6, 3, 6, 4, 3. Okay, slide that down 2 frets, just like we did before. Now we're on the 5th fret of 6, the 4th fret of 4, and the 6th fret of 3. Just take a look at the tab if you need it. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing. Start with the bass note. Okay, now he resolves this kind of into a G sharp 7 chord, and he does it like this. Go ahead and bar 4. There's nothing crazy happening here. We're going to do a little kind of resolution here, a little suspended chord. So barring 4, now reach for the 3rd string 6th fret. Okay, that's all you really need to hold at that moment. Hit the bass note and then hit that 3rd string. And then I usually hit the 4th string next in the bar, and then the middle finger resolves that chord to the 3rd string 5th fret. So that part is. Okay. Then, just like in the first part, we're going to come back to the original chord, except instead of being over here on 6, we get a little bit of relief. He brings it up to 7. Okay. Let's do the same thing. So we're going to start this chord. First chord always starts on the high note on the 3rd string. So we're going to go 3, 6, 4, 3. Move it down to that 2nd chord. Just read that tab up there. Okay, bring it down. Okay, our little G sharp 7 thing. Okay, so that's the first part. So you have the first chord. Bring it back up. Right, love that part of the song, so beautiful. Okay, the next chord's not too bad, kind of what we just did. Hold the 5th fret of 6, the 4th fret of 4, and the 6th fret of 3. I like to use my pinky. You can use this one if you want. And we're going to pick this as kind of an A chord. And we're going to go like this. 6, 4, 6. So let me say it again. Ready? 6, 4, 3, 4, 1. And then go 3, 4, 6. Let me say it again. 6, 4, 3, 4, 1. Open. 3, 4, 6. Okay. Now jump down to just a big old E chord down here. There's a rock and roll E chord. And I like to hit there. I don't know. He probably does it different every time, but you go ahead and hit 6, 4, and then 2 and 3 together, right? 6, 4, 2, and 3. Okay. Now we're going to come back up to this G sharp 7 chord. It's not really a 7. It's really a G sharp chord. Hold the 6th string 4th fret, 4th string 6th fret, and your 2nd finger will be on the 3rd string 5th fret. We don't need a big bar right there. Just go like this. 6, 4, 3. Okay. So you have 6, 4, 3. Okay, so let me put all that together, that second section of the bridge. Okay, so we did our big thing here. I'm going to start from this A chord. It sounds like this. sharp. Okay, now at this point of the bridge, he starts strumming. Okay, I'll post the chords here. Just a big old A chord here, bar 5, E style chord. Hit it a couple times, resolve it down, or bring it down, I should say. This is the dominant chord of the key, and then hit that a couple times, and then resolve the whole section to the tonic chord, which is the C sharp minor chord, and kind of strum out on this one, down, down, up, down. So it's does it a couple times. He's saying "Shape of My Heart" here. On the last time, he actually goes like this, and doesn't resolve it. Wants to bring us back to the original key, so it kind of puts us here on the kind of the relative major of the original tonic key. An A chord. Don't bar it though. Leave your open first 2 strings. Really one of the prettiest chords on the guitar. Kind of an A add 9 chord, I guess we'd call that. Okay. So that's the bridge. All right, guys, we're in the home stretch now. We just need the outro, and then we're done with this song. Okay, in the outro, as you just watched me play, the first part's the intro. I'm not going to go through that again. I'll just post the tab here. It's just this very first line of the song again. He goes. Okay, so he does that same thing. Here's where it changes. Okay, in the last part of the song, he goes like this. Nice B minor chord. Okay, I'll post a picture of a B minor there. Okay, pick 2, 5, 4, 2. Okay, switch then quickly. You could just hold an A7 chord, frankly. 2, 2, and 4, 2, second string, 2nd fret, 4th string, 2nd fret. Kind of the same thing. Start with the bass. Bass 2, bass 4, 2. 5, 2, 5, 4, 2. Okay. Now at this point, he goes to kind of a neat voicing of a G sharp chord, kind of a G sharp minor chord. And what you're going to do is you're going to put your middle finger on the 4th fret of 6, and then your 3rd finger on the 4th fret of 3. So it's a nice little chord. They're very easy to hold. And we're going to do the same thing. Start with the bass. 6, 3, 6, 4, 3. 6, 3, 6, 4, 3. Now we have one more chord that hurts our feelings, but it's not as bad as the first one. I like this chord, sort of a diminished sound here that he gets. So what you have to do is you have to bar the 4th. Okay, imagine this. This is how I want you to think of it. Okay, so bar 4, like it's going to be a C sharp minor chord. Now put your middle finger on the 2nd string, right where it wants to, on the 5th fret. Now reach your ring finger for the 4th string on the 6th fret. Okay, so it's kind of a minor 7 looking chord, except here's what he does. He puts it out 1 fret. Okay, so just stretch that chord out there. You can hold it with your pinky and your ring. I find that unnecessarily difficult. Just reach out for that chord. Okay, and he hits the bass note and then kind of just rakes through that 4, 3, 2, 1. Straight diminished chord there, very nice, which resolves very beautifully to our original tonic chord, F sharp minor. Nice strum there. Okay, that's how you play the outro. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I'd be so honored if you'd subscribe, and I'll be posting more videos like this as weeks go by. Thank you.